got to feed all of them, like a baby. Yes?
Maybe if you throw them, maybe they'll all fight for it.
Well, they might, but for the most part, they can work it out. Yes?
Maybe because if you throw it in there, maybe not all of them know the food is there, and the other ones take it. Not the other one
Well,
knows.
that might happen. The penguins, they know when there's food. I'll tell you why. Every single penguin has a little armband, and they have little colors on them. And the reason is that's their name tag, the way I wear this name tag. But what they have is the keepers know what the colors are for the name. So if someone won't eat his food and they need to get the doctor, how are they going to find that penguin and 72 penguins that all look kind of alike? They look at the band and they remember, one of them is actually named Quagmire. They say, Quagmire would not eat his food. Let's go find Quagmire. Quagmire's band is black, yellow, red. And that's how they find him. You said ooh, ooh, ooh? What happened? Oh, okay. So, you said ooh, ooh. What was your question? They look at the bands. And there is actually one penguin with no bands at all. Why would we have a penguin with no bands at all?
So then, that you know that he's the only one that has no band.
Exactly. That's his way of being identified. He has no band, but it's also so you can appreciate what a penguin would look like in the wild, because in the wild, nobody put a band on him. So that's the penguin like that. For a while, we had an idea that maybe he was allergic to plastic. He's okay. A penguin could be allergic to plastic, but that one isn't. So we have 3 different kinds of penguins there. Actually, I was noticing, are you the class that made all those posters out in the hallway?
Yes.
That was incredible. I was reading them. I was here a couple of weeks ago with one of my other jobs. So who did the one of the penguins? I really like that penguin one. That had 17 penguin types on it. I thought you guys did it.
Oh no, it was the first grade.
Oh, that was the first grade. Okay, so those are great, by the way. So we have 3 penguins, 3 types of penguins. We have king, we have gentoo, and we have chinstrap. And one thing I always have to tell, this is part of my tour guiding, is I have to tell people the small chinstrap is not the baby of the big king. Because I'm a grown person, I'm 5 feet tall. That doesn't mean that every taller grown-up is my mommy and my daddy, right? But a lot of people think that when they come to the zoo, it's like, oh, that's a tiny one. That's the baby. That penguin's the same as if he was a 100-year-old man. It's like, he's no baby. So that's one thing we say, that's a different type. That's a chin strap. Yes?
Has an animal ever bitten you before?
No animal has bitten me. Because one thing is, I'm not a keeper. So, we do something called animal handling. We have a petting zoo, and there are certain animals that are safe and okay for us to take to small groups. So we actually have small groups come to us, and one of them is a chinchilla. What's a chinchilla? Who knows? This is a smart class. Okay, I'm going to go with you.
A type of monkey?
Not quite. He climbs on rocks, but he's not a monkey. He's in that family, rodents. A chinchilla is very soft, and he's very cute.
And they're small.
They're small, but they can be kind of sizable. They look kind of like, yes?
They're like, they have a lot of fur, and they're used for coats and stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, we try not to use them for coats, but that is true. You're saying a fact of the world, and it is true. There are fur coats out there, and chinchilla is very popular, but he's very soft. And he looks a little bit like a rabbit with a long squirrel's tail. He lives in places like Peru. I went to Machu Picchu, and there were chinchillas running wild. And I think the chinchilla bit my friend Susan once. But Susan's a volunteer. That's one kind. And his fur is, you're right, he does have a lot of fur. His fur is very thick. And we actually compare him a lot to the polar bear. Because the polar bear's fur is very, very thick. What color is a polar bear? Whole place knows. What color is he?
White.
Wait. What if I told you he's actually clear? He's actually clear. Who has a straw? Who's ever seen a straw? Yeah, a straw is clear, right? What if you bundle them all together, what do they look like? They look white. And that's how a polar bear's fur works. One strand is all white. All of them is all clear. All of them together look white. And this is how how he regulates his temperature out in the cold, because he's a mammal, same as us. But look at his pelt. Look at the pelt he needs to be out there. Look at my pelt. This is fine for walking around New York. But, and then I put this, so, but, more pelt. But he needs more. And how big can a polar bear be? He can be big. He can be bigger than that. He can be bigger than that. I think maybe he can be as big as this desk. Okay, how much does he weigh? What'd you say? And you're right. Say it loud. Say it loud. A boy, well, he thought it would be funny, but he's absolutely right. A boy polar bear can be up to 1,000 pounds. And a girl can be up to 800 pounds. How many hamburgers can he eat? You know, he would have to eat at least 80 hamburgers a day. Because the bigger you are, the more energy